Okay, welcome back everyone, Zaf here. I made this video just so nobody makes a mistake. As we go down, we got a new recent maintenance award. Super important that you choose right and don't waste it, especially if you're free to play. This chest right here lets you choose any, yes any, heroic skill rune. So let's go over which one you should pick. This is not random. You literally get to claim it. There's so many options, so what do you choose? So let me cover that with you. I don't want anyone making mistakes, getting a rune that isn't really viable, but a lot of runes are now viable, even more so than before, based on all the recent buffs we got. So just to show you, you go to this, you press use, and you just pick which one you want. Super easy. So let's go to our skill page here, and I'll show you exactly the runes that I believe are a cut above the rest that you should potentially choose. This, of course, doesn't mean you have to pick these certain skills. You can choose what you want, but these are the ones I would ideally choose myself, just based on the gameplay experience I've had so far. And before I forget, if you could, please do subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. It means a lot, so please do subscribe. It's free. That way we finally hit the 100,000 subscriber milestone. And also, don't forget to support us on Netmarble Supporter Program. I just got sent a new batch of codes. This one right here, 500 essence and 100k gold. Make sure you support, the link is down below. That way I can send you all these codes, if you have yet to receive them, of course. Now let's look at these skill runes. So as you know, the reason why all these skills got buffed, that being the recent 2.0 update, is because magnifying slashes for Sonic Stream was just way too OP. So we got a lot of decent buffs to a lot of skills we did not expect. Like Sunder, this got a nice buff, such as Annihilation, one of our stronger skills. At the heroic mark, it deals 2,345% damage for me, based on Jinwoo's attack of course, and an additional 150% to targets any break state. This is not a bad skill. That is for DPS though. We do have to look at utility for some skills as well. Utility is a must. One skill you should not sleep on, of course, is the Vacuum Wave. Getting it from rare to heroic is honestly a must. You get a 3% damage taken bonus to the target from 7 to 10%. That's for 12 seconds. Very strong if you ask me. One of the most versatile skills in the game. You can basically use it for any mode. It doesn't matter that it's a wind typing. You still get a lot of break, and this applies to every single target. 10%, you do not want to sleep on that. And one thing you don't want to sleep on is this right here. It recently got a fantastic buff. This is good for POD if you're bad at landing Shadow Steps. Strike provides a fantastic effect. It decreases the target's defense by 16%, really good. It isn't necessarily a substitute for Shadow Step. This gives us a 60% defense decrease, but still, for those times you miss those Shadow Steps, this skill is not too bad at all. And also, the damage got buffed. It now deals 3,540% at the legendary mark. That is insane. Don't sleep on it. It now deals a ton of damage. And also take a look at Reap. This skill is absolutely insane. Now it deals so much damage. 4,288% of Jinwoo's attack. And if we go down, it actually has a very nice effect. So we get a shield, that's cool, but the main thing is it's a counterattack skill. It has the parry icon. So when using a skill, Jinwoo can counterattack the target's attack, deals damage equal to 500% of Jinwoo's attack, and stuns a target upon a successful counterattack, but also activates and resets the cooldown of Shadow Step upon a successful counterattack. So this skill is honestly quite fantastic too. It is super versatile, and it deals a ton of damage now, so another viable skill. There are other skills as well. Iceberg got a huge buff too. It now deals a ton of bonus damage, providing Almighty Break. Not too bad, especially for Vulcan. Some damage, some break, don't want to sleep on that. And also this right here, Decimation, not too bad. It's honestly pretty average now in terms of damage, but it is still one of our best fire breaking skills, providing Almighty Break, and also a crit damage bonus of 50%. It's quite strong. You also have Commander's Touch. This has a lot of good runes here. Black Hole being one of the better skills, of course. This is fantastic for mobbing. They provided around a 50% buff to every single stage, so rare, heroic, and legendary. The damage is multiplied, so not too bad. It's a good option. The absorption rune wasn't too bad as well. This was pretty decent for BOT, but based on the recent buffs, you can see Finisher has a ton of bonus damage now based on the attack scaling and also defense decrease to the target. So with all these rune changes, there's a lot of variety here that we can choose, but still, there's always those staples. Like I mentioned before, we do have Vacuum Wave. It's a very good skill, and even though it didn't get any buffs, Magnifying Slashes is one of the best dark DPS skills in the game, so you can choose this as well. Lots of choices. A lot of you will have a lot of these skills already, but I just want to make apparent these skills oftentimes we do use. Ascension Break is also very good as well, especially if you don't have the Heroic Rune. It does provide a substantial bonus to your power gauge and also the ultimate skill cooldown reduction. It's a must if you ask me. Let me just show you. Showing you the difference between a rare and a heroic rune for that specific rune, of course. Let's go to runes and scroll down just a little bit. And here we go, Ascension Break. Only 10% and 10 seconds at the rare mark. So the heroic mark actually gives a substantial bonus. It is noteworthy, of course. We do have these new skills. I don't recommend them. Dagger Toss just is a very flawed skill, too clunky if you ask me. Deals a lot of damage. But with all these new skills, there's certainly better options. So I think the ones I outlined weren't too bad. They are the ones I would personally go for. If your opinions are different, let us know. Let's share our knowledge going around. But those are my main choices. Number one would honestly have to be Vacuum Wave. It's just so versatile for me. I just got mine today, so I'm pretty happy about that. It is one of our staple skills, so it's a must. But again, remember, there's so many other skills you can get. Like I previously mentioned, we had Strike. Again, defense decrease and a lot of damage now. So skills before that utility that didn't deal much damage now have utility and a ton of damage. Like Creep, of course, so do spend wisely. By spend, I mean use your chest wisely. I think for me, well, basically I have pretty much everything. Yeah, everything's basically at heroic or above. So there's only really two options. I could get this, the win version, which kind of sucks, so I won't be getting this. I mean, it's not too bad, you get an attack increase, but the one I really want is right here. I want to make sure I have every skill that's kind of usable to heroic, and with Commander's Touch, we do use a skill, so if you already have a lot of skills I mentioned to heroic, you can go ahead and focus on levels instead. Very important. So if I want Commander's Touch leveled up, I can go ahead and pick this. I gain, I think, 1 or maybe 2 levels. I can't remember what it was. Let me think right here. So 1, 3, 5, and then 3, so that's 8. So I believe it is 2, so you get 1 more level. Not too bad, it could be worse. But overall, go for the skills I mentioned, or go for a skill that you want leveled up. That way you get even more damage for a rune you actually use. So hopefully that helped give you at least some idea on what runes you should use. Again, a lot of good ones here. I mean, there's also the runes that I didn't mention, like this one here, not too bad, giving us a crit damage bonus of 30%, so it's hard to make a mistake, but just go with the priority skills. That way you at least get some good benefit out of this, since as you know, getting a specific skill rune is not easy at all. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Again, please do not forget to subscribe. As you can see, we're growing every single minute, so please help us get that 100,000 subscriber mark. It means so much. And do support us on that Marvel Supporter Program. That way I can send you free codes. It's my way to give back. That is all I had for you today. If you have any questions or concerns, leave them down below. And on that note, this is your Code King Zaf signing out.